Anything beats a zero.
We make everything look good, including being overweight. So, scientifically, you cannot drink alkaline water and it makes your cells athletic.
The closer you are to nature, the healthier you'll be.
Happy Saturday, everyone. I am Carolyn, and you are in the Mind of Nature, hosted by Dr. Zari, the nutritionist. Thank you all so much for being here today. This is a recording. It's a pre-recording, but just remember, whenever we pre-record, we are still in the chat, chatting it up, making sure everyone, get your comments in, and we'll respond back to you with no problems. So please go ahead and share the live. Share the live. We are streaming on Facebook and we are streaming on YouTube. So please go ahead and share the live so others can be a part of it too. Today we have a great show, as always, talking about artificial intelligence with a side of fake meat. That's going to be interesting. Why drink olive oil at night? Great discussions, protein popularity, and also invaluable mental wellness benefits from group exercises. So please go ahead, share the live, have others be a part of the conversation. You already know it's going to be a great one. Let's see here. Dr. Zarif, go ahead and join me here on the stage to get the party going. There you are. Hello.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. Yeah.
Good to have you here.
Thank you. And, I just wanted to give a special shout out to may rest in peace, Dr. Montgomery. I just really, I'm happy I had an opportunity to meet him. And I met him through Babette. I think that it was worth just mentioning that. I also want to invite everybody out today. Let's get up and get ready because we're working out at Mount Tabor Missionary Baptist Church, 9 until 11. You've been saying you're going to make it, but I know when you don't. So, make sure that you put that on schedule. Okay. I just want to give an extra thank you for those of you that are taking time to make sure that you subscribe. That means everything to us. Make sure that you also are leaving comments. Last week, oh my goodness, that was such a beautiful session,
Yes.
beautiful exchange of information. And thank you very much for everybody taking time. We missed Joe. And Joe White, thank you very much. We missed you. I know you're busy and traveling and all that, but we wanted to say, 1,000 pardons because I think right after we were about to go off, you were coming on or something like that. Yeah, but we just want to know that we want you to know that we see you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, everybody ready to get down? Let's get busy with this. Get some more information. It's really a big deal coming up. I'm going to surprise you with it. So, just know that we got things happening. And we have, for those of you that aren't really sure about your transition from eating meat to not eating meat, or from eating sugar to not eating all that extra sugar, or those of you that are having problems with stopping a certain habit that you've been doing for a long time, you're at the right place. It's not easy, but it is possible. And as long as it's possible, we have the advantage. We have the advantage to take every moment to start anew. Okay, so the very first thing that we're talking about, the very first thing that I'll be sharing with you today, I want to talk about a little bit about the indispensable food that we are definitely, we're blessed with food because this is definitely how we sustain ourselves. Food is indispensable for human survival, and its balance is just essential for people's health and well-being. Now, with the development of society and technology, how fast it moves, you sometimes it's like, wow, you can't believe how fast this time goes by. But people's concepts of food consumption has changed dramatically, and the demand for how can I say this, the food, it just actually switches from basic, which is a guaranteed supply, to nutrition and health. Now, in addition, the increasing environmental pollution and the world population, the novel processes are required to meet the higher demand while maintaining safety, nutritional value, and sustainability. And we've been talking much about that sustainability. And we're getting more understanding about what parts we play when it comes to this the food and how powerful it is. Now, people are getting more pickier, especially when it comes to plant based, just like everything else. I remember when vegetarianism came out, and it was super hot, and everybody wanted to be one. And it was like, ooh, something new. Now, I don't eat like that. It's just a feeling of new. No, thank you. I'm a vegetarian. And then those that became vegan. I'm going to tell you more about that later on, but because I have done some extensive studying on veganism as well as other isms, that's going to be a great underscore for all of us. Now, speaking of underscore, the social media platform TikTok underscores just how popular plant-based diets are. Hashtag plant-based garnered 1 billion views in the United States over the last 12 months. Over 1 billion. And again, that's at hashtag plant-based. And meanwhile, hashtag plant-based recipes racked up 200 million views over the past year. Now, experts expect that the plant-based foods will continue to be popular all through this year, as it was in last year. 2024 really picked up a lot, but people may just be getting more pickier and finicky because they get used to it just like anything else, and then it becomes old news, water under the bridge. Food processing and synthetic biology. That's the combination that is happening now when people say fake food or fake meat or fake any of these food types or genres even. The food processing and synthetic biology industries, they continue to conjure ways to promote sustainable plant-based meat. Then these are the mimicking products, including fish mimicking. These products, all of these are considered as being the synthetic biology, where the nutrition science community remains skeptical and conflicted over some of these products. Marketing efforts are just seizing the moment to appeal to the trends and the plant-based approaches popularized by some of who are in the media. Now, when we go back to, I don't want to just brush over synthetic. Um, I don't want to just go over that really, just like it's not very important. Um, but the synthetic biology for food, future food, there's a lot of research now that's in progress and going in the direction of the future. This food is essential to provide energy for human like cellular energy. We talk about that a lot when we go into the mitochondria, when we go into the breaking down of the metabolizing of food. This is all so wonderful because we continue to grow. But food is changing. The way that it looks, the way that it feels, the texture is really, really incredible. When you look at the different ways that food is being made, the different, um, uh, I would say, the kind of things that the warnings or the begging or the desire, all of those things of food, all those things exist. But again, reminding us that food is essential to provide the energy for our human cellular metabolism, and is usually made with plants or is made with animals. Besides plants and animals, other important food sources are made from or by microorganisms, typically products of fermentation, like the fermentation of bread and wine, beer, soy sauce. Nowadays, because of the increasing environmental pollution, climate change, and population growth is becoming challenging. And that's what I meant earlier, when the different challenges that we're up against when it comes to food. You'll see that those that are just saying, no, we should just eat this, no, we should eat with that. Make sure that you involve the entire picture, because it is a lot to it, more than just growing it on the farm and then putting it on your plate. And we're not prehistoric. We can do things now that we could never even dream that could have been done years ago. So let's go back to importantly, what needs to be said too is the development of the synthetic biology field. It actually enables the engineering of cells that can be used as food manufacturing. Now, these engineered cells can transform renewable raw materials into important food components, functional food additives, and nutritional chemicals. And we talked about that last week. We talked about chemicals, and also we talked about it at Tabor Missionary Baptist Church when we talked about how food is made, and part of that was chemicals, and nutritional chemicals are something that we can't live without, because all nutrition chemicals, they come together and make a certain food a whole food. Now, these engineered cells can transform renewable raw materials into important food components, functional food additives, and nutritional chemicals. Again, now this review, it actually just discusses some of the major challenges in food industry and how the synthetic biology has the potential to revolutionize the future of food. And finally, the prospects and the challenges of synthetic biology for the sustainable food manufacturing are discussed. Now, we're almost there as far as understanding what I want you just to know, that the food that we are eating isn't just because it's made from flowers or is made from plants. Some of the synthetic biology, synthetic just means to make, but to make this biology, to synthesize it, has emerged as a discipline that merges biological research and engineering concepts. As a novel domain, the synthetic biology is a discipline that gathers different fields of life and social sciences, engineering, and informational science, with the goals of wiring biological circuitry to achieve cellular control, and also understanding design rules of biological systems. Now, through the synthetic biology, researchers can design and they can build new biomolecular components. And so biomolecular components are the pathways and the networks and they're used as constructs to reprogram organisms that obtain the so-called engineered cell factories. Now, presently, this is just catching up with today. The food industry is being transformed by the developments of the developments of things that's so good now that people are even they prefer some of the fake meat over the real meat, and a lot of that has to do too with the flavoring. But the food industry is being transformed. You know that for sure, and those developments of synthetic biology is going to get better every year. We're going to keep finding out things, and before you know it, we'll be able to farm in a whole different way. The effective combination of food science and synthetic biology is not only an important technology to solve the existing problems of food safety and nutrition, but also an important method to overcome the unsustainable problems associated with the traditional food technology. Now, lastly, the synthetic biology allows the improvement of food production by using programmed monoclonal um, cell factories. And we'll get into monoclonal cell factories at a later date. But for now, just know that they are engineered microbial consortia. And also they have their cell-free biosynthesized in those biosynthesis platforms. So that is it when it comes to eating these foods and thinking about some of the things that we're eating. Also, the plant-based burgers. I want just you to get some kind of idea of what we're eating, and some of the stuff you just may not know. But this is a very short list. If you figure that in with and compare with some of the meat burgers. So we start off with soy protein concentrate, and then there's maltodextrin, natural flavors, hydrolyzed corn or soy protein, uh, caramel color, pea protein isolate, gum arabic, cellulose, soy protein isolate, carrageenan, autolyzed yeast extract, oleoresin paprika, which is for the color, potassium chloride, and xanthan gums. And then we have the legumogoblin, and that is a long name for one of the preservatives that are used in the fake burger or, the veggie burger. Okay. So we're going to go back up to Miss Carolyn and see what's going on.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Zarif. Thank you for breaking that down. I know there's one ingredient, excuse me, that stood out, the carrageenan.
Yes.
I remember that being in almond milk, also, and I remember that being called out. Is that what is carrageenan?
Well,
Um,
Carrie, oh, go ahead.
no, well, that was my question because I just recall it being inside of almond milk and being called out.
Well, while you were looking at that, did you ever look at some of the other, you looked at that in almond milk, you said, right?
I remember it being in almond milk. Um, I'm sure that's what it was. It looks familiar. The word looks familiar.
Yeah, well, it's in many, many things that, when it comes to the foods that we eat.
Hmm.
Uh, and actually, should you remove it is the question, because most people don't know what it is, but it's a common food additive but it may cause digestive side effects. That was the big talk about it, because some people would get cramping, some people would get upset stomach, and it could be a potential link to colon cancer. Now, I don't want to scare anybody, but the carrageenan is in the many foods. And this food additive can help to stabilize food. If we don't stabilize the food with some of the um, things that we use to thicken and to emulsify, definitely we would our food wouldn't look that good when it's delivered to us, like a plate of food or whether it's in the burger or not. But
Hmm.
the carrageenan is an additive. It's used for thickening, emulsifying. Is An emulsify is like when you're breaking down, for instance, if you're breaking down fat so that the body can use fat in the stream of water, or the combination of water. And it's also, it preserves foods, and it preserves drinks. You have like these chocolate drinks and banana drinks on the East Coast. A lot of those are preserved by carrageenan. It's a natural ingredient that comes from a red seaweed, and it's also called Irish moss. And believe it or not, the carrageenan is the same thing as, I'll give you a hint, moss.
Sea moss.
There you go. It's the same thing as sea moss, and it's just a different name. You'll often find this ingredients in nut milks, meat products, and yogurt. So that's carrageenan for you. It's really something that I'm glad that you asked that, because we just kind of, we see it in everything, so it must be okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. Thank you so much for that. And for anyone that's watching, this is a pre-recorded show. We are at Mount Tabor today, 6614 Southwestern Avenue, Los Angeles, California. So go ahead and join us. Join us for the nutrition class and also for the exercise.
Excellent. Yeah, it's really also wonderful that we have so many wonderful people. I want to give a shout out to Diana, and another shout out to my lovely sister. And oh, like everybody know her. I did, I didn't say, but
Michelle.
I yeah, I just wanted to give them out I'm reading as I'm talking, but yeah, I want to give Michelle a great big thunderous applause, because she's been doing so many wonderful things. Um, and we really want to make sure that we support people that are supporting us. And this woman right here is supporting. She is so much about the people, and I love it. And that beautiful family that she has, her beautiful husband, and the children that she's raising is just remarkable. So here's a big one for you, a big hug, and keep up the good work. And I'm going to go ahead so we can get some more done in here. Is have you heard this, Carrie, anything about the um, people that talk about you? They have these pictures on the photos of people turning up a whole bottle of olive oil, and they're like, drink it every day.
I have heard of that. I mean, of course everything in moderation, right? But to drink up to have an entire bottle is a bit, I'm sure, much. But I have heard of it. Yes.
All right. So let's talk about that. First, we talk about olive oil. Now, olive oil is one of the richest plant based sources of poly and monounsaturated fatty acids. Now, these fatty acids, they help to reduce the risk of many heart disease, as well as uh, it helps many situations with cholesterol, and that is like the LDL and the HDL, understanding what the VLDL is. All of those things are very important. That's why drinking olive oil before going to bed can help to reach this recommended amount daily. And I'll go over that with you so that you'll get an idea how to drink olive oil before going to bed and to get some of the benefits and the health effects and even the myths. I'm going to explain that to you too. To properly consume olive oil before going to bed, start by selecting extra virgin olive oil. Some people call it EVOO. It didn't really cling to everybody. It didn't go last that long, but some people still say EVO. To ensure maximum polyphenol content. So in order to get the full polyphenol content, make sure that you are following these steps. So let's go. Take 1 to 2 teaspoons. 1 to 2 teaspoons to avoid consuming too many calories, and mix it with water. You can mix it with lemon. You can mix it with herbs according to your preference, your whatever you prefer. So your preference has a lot to do with how you enjoy it. Now, for optimum results, you want to consume this mixture 1 to 2 hours before going to bed. Now, oil should be taken in small amounts because there's a lot of energy from oil also. We don't want you to interrupt that deep sleep or that potential deep sleeping. It's very important that you adhere to that. Now, this can offer health benefits and enhances satiety. Now, I say satiety a lot. I'm not sure if everybody really understands that word, but satiety means at the point in which your body feels full. It's also the point that your body doesn't want any more food and you're satisfied with that amount of food that you've eaten. In order to reach satiety, it is really as simple as waiting for about 15 minutes to 20 minutes after you finish eating to see if you're still hungry after that. If you are, then you'll eat small portions, a few more servings, and then you don't have to worry about overdoing it. But you don't want to gobble down huge amounts like glasses of oil, especially those who are having, different problems with weight management. Drinking olive oil at night isn't without controversy. Now, some people, they experience discomfort and indigestion, and most likely that's because it didn't mix well with what they have on their stomach. They drank it in a way that is straight, and sometimes that oil can be a little burning to your throat when you just drink it straight. It is essential to start with a small quantity such as a teaspoon, and I would say gradually increasing the amount allows the body to adapt. Olive oil just may also aid in balancing your blood sugar levels. Now, this is really important because so many people have hypoglycemia, and this effect can lead to more stable energy and better sleep quality. Now, I've talked about this many times about the sleep quality. This is really, really important because when your sleep is interrupted, sometimes it is very hard to get back into your sleep. You might be in the bed, but you just start staring all over. And if you already are a very anxious person, you can see how it can compound that situation. Now, as everything, most things come out with some kind of myth. Some of the things that are mentioned in, for instance, just stories that people make up, stories that, people will say that's been around for a long time, which are good. I like those because they can come with really wonderful fables And there's I used to love fables, and the teachers would read that. And as I got older, I liked them also. But let's talk about some of the misinformation. It's important to dispel these myths associated with this practice. Now, one common misconception of olive oil is that olive oil alone can result in significant weight loss. While it has health benefits, a balanced diet and regular exercise are crucial for weight management. Additionally, the excessive consumption of olive oil can add unwanted calories, as you probably know, because it's fat. Simple as that. Now, to understand the full scope of incorporating the olive oil into your nightly routine, and remember that you want to go, I would say 3 or 4 hours before you get ready to go to bed, because you want your sleeping slate to be clear. You don't want to have a whole lot of appointments on your way to sleeping. Now, drinking olive oil before you go into bed offers both potential benefits and some risks. Knowing the proper way to incorporate it can just enhance your overall health. Next, the next step you want to take or to know is to explore the specific health benefits and the specific backing behind the use of olive oil. Now, some people just have bread and they'll just dip it right into the olive oil, and that's one of those habits that people have had throughout the years. But again, taking the olive oil before you go to bed is offers several potential health benefits, and it may improve your heart health and support your digestion. It may also enhance sleep quality and provide anti-inflammatory effects. Now, number one, heart health improvement. Now, when it comes to heart health improvement, we're talking about drinking the olive oil before you go to bed, improving your heart health by providing healthy mono unsaturated fats. And these fats can lower your bad cholesterol levels. And a study, by the way, was done on this in the Journal of American College of Cardiology. And it shows that the Mediterranean diet, rich in olive oil, it significantly reduces the cardiovascular disease risk. And then number two would be digestive support. And when we talk about the digestive support, we're just simply talking about consuming the olive oil before sleep offers digestion support. So, in other words, when you rest, you want to rest and digest. You don't want to attempt to rest and your body is breaking down all of this new food that you have put in your body only just a few hours ago. Okay, it's really important. It acts as a natural lubricant for the intestines, promoting regular bowel movements. Researchers, it is from the National Institutes of Health, indicated that healthy fats like olive oil can enhance nutrient absorption. It can also lead to better digestion overall. Okay. And now number three is enhance sleep quality. And while we're talking about enhancing the sleep quality, know that if your sleep has been interrupted through the night, you are being interrupted systemically, meaning all of your organs. You want to keep that steady and you want to have a good balance with your sleep and the time that it takes you to fall off to sleep. You don't fall asleep immediately, it takes time. So drinking olive oil may enhance sleep quality, and it contains the compounds that promote the production of serotonin. And serotonin, by the way, is a hormone involved in regulating sleep. Now, another study was done in the Journal of Nutritional Neuroscience, and it indicated that the consumption of healthy fats before bedtime might help individuals fall asleep faster and experience more restful sleep. And the last one, number 4, would be anti-inflammatory effects. Now, the anti-inflammatory effects, olive oil, remember, we're still on that olive oil. You don't want to overdo just because somebody said so on TV. Olive oil provides anti-inflammatory effects like a lot of other really good EFAs, essential fatty acids. Now, the effects do come into play at night before going to bed. It contains some of the oleocanthal. Oleocanthal, by the way, is a compound that works similarly to ibuprofen. So you can get, ibuprofen. We know that it can reduce pain. It can also reduce inflammation. Now, the research published in the Journal of Nutrition Biochemistry shows that the oleocanthal can reduce the inflammation in the body, potentially alleviating chronic conditions such as arthritis. So if you hear things like osteoarthritis, which is a pain in the bones, or you have other types of arthritis, this is a good thing to know, and that this is EFA, this essential fatty acid, will definitely, or you can expect it to work for you. And now let's go back up to care.
Thank you so much, Dr. Zarif. Really great information. You mentioned olive oil helps with let me see, with the blood sugar level. I
Yeah,
recall,
yeah.
and I also remember you saying it helps with lowering blood pressure. Is that still the case, or is that the same? Um,
Well, not so much as mostly reducing the sugar
okay,
and the processing of sugar. When it comes to blood pressure, it's just like many of the other the other situations or maladies. When the body is in balance, that's when it operates best, and that is balanced with what all of those things like our macronutrients, vitamins and minerals. Macronutrients would be our fats, the sugar, the oils, or fats, carbohydrates, and oils. This or proteins. This is important to know. Again, your macronutrients would be your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fats. These give you energy, and they also are why we can sustain the human body. But yes, it is very important to know that you don't want to overdo it. There's some of the things that happen as far as the process of the extra virgin olive oil that makes it so special. Harvesting first, that's when you take it off the tree or it falls from the tree. Then there's transport. And from transport, there's a process called crushing. And from crushing, it goes to cleaning and washing. And then cold pressing follows that. And then bottling. Okay, and bottling, of course, is the packaging. So keep that in mind as you continue on. All right, any questions, Care?
no, I think that was great. And of course, this is a pre-recording, so if there's any questions that are in the chat, we will go ahead and answer them.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'm looking for a great workout today. Oh, this is just really wonderful. Remember, we're at
Yes.
6614 Western Avenue,
Mhm.
and we're going to have a ball. Just come down. It's free parking. We love to see you there. We are ready and the music is good. The people are great. It's just really a wonderful experience.
Yes.
Okay, we're almost there. Let's move on to, I think I want to go on to protein popularity. Okay, now protein popularity is something that we probably don't hear it as protein popularity, but we know that it's popular and everybody talks about it. But you're lucky to be here today because I'm going to break down all of the popular and unpopular categories to get plant-based protein from. So are you ready? Put it in the make sure you in the comments to let me know that you are ready. I want to give a shout out to everybody in Detroit, Michigan. I want to give a shout out to my sister in Dearborn. I want to give a shout out to the wonderful Andre Brown in the house. Thank you, my brother. I love you. That's a little brother that I adore. He's just really wonderful. He's out of the army now. He's done that fighting thing several times, and he's been pulling it together. So blessings to also the wonderful. We have I'm forgetting everybody's names today as I go. Ron OJ is in the hospital. Y'all, let's send some love prayers up to Ron OJ. Yeah, a lot of times that's why people have to write stuff down because your mind is bzz, 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 bzz. But I can feel it. I know I can make a mistake, but my people there with me, so they're saying, "Go ahead, brother, keep on going, just keep going," and that's exactly what I'm doing. So what I want you to do now is we're gonna let me see it. Do you have that up? And okay, here, there. All right. Now, if we can just show on screen, that's perfect. And now the you see all of this is so great. Now this is from the oil seeds, the legumes, which are the beans, edible seeds. That's actually mostly grains there. Uh, and you have cereals. A tuber is just like sweet potatoes, yams, and other potatoes. And then you have pseudo cereals like chia. Uh, um, Also, the albume. You probably don't know the albume that because most people don't talk about that, yeah, that much. And amaranth is another one. Uh, and that is also a cereal. And then we have the nuts and nuts like cashews, almonds, and pistachios, macadamia. All of those are really great. And the oil seeds include hemp seeds, cotton, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, which are excellent for your prostate, and rapeseed. Yeah, I don't know why they named it that, but that's what it's called, rapeseed, which is one of the oils that are very beneficial to the human body. So keep that in mind. Those are some of the things that ways you can get protein for those who would say, well, where are you going to get your protein from? And now you can say, I get it for faba beans. I get it from peas. I get it from lentils, soybeans, beans, chickpeas. You see, all of that. And then if they say, okay, and that's all y'all got, because they, just like you on some kind of gang or something. And it's, now I got more for you: almonds, cashews, peanuts, pistachios, and walnuts and macadamias. Now remember, you will get the most nutrients out of these if you don't do what? And that's roast. You don't want to roast and throw that salt on it because you're asking for other challenges that's not necessary. Plant-based foods packed with protein also: edamame, chia seeds, mung beans, chickpeas, nut butters, oatmeal, hemp seeds, the sunflower seeds, quinoa, seitan, uh, tofu, and lentils. Okay, and this is really beautiful to know. when we're talking about all of the wonderful ways you can get um, these protein. These are wonderful sources of protein. Quinoa is become very, very popular, and keep using it because it is excellent. Spirulina also wonderful. It's not on this chart, but let me see. I think I have it on another one. There it is. Spirulina is really, really wonderful. And again, with I can't wait to talk to Shell, the other Shell. We have a lot of Shells. My sister Shell, and then we have Shell Gentle. So I can't wait to see how what kind of results she got from the chia seeds, because although it's a little sharing there, some dropping some jewels, but you're gonna love that you did. You'll see. And I did that so she can give you her experience, and that's really a beautiful thing. Kara, did you have something to say?
No, you can continue on.
Okay. All right. So all of these beautiful things, look at all of that. Bok choy, string beans. You have the green peas. You have your soybeans. I know that's over there probably. That looks so, so good. When you want to get a little dip in with that avocado.
I had to jump. I had to jump in because you're saying, "Oh, it looks so good," and I'm looking at it and I'm like, "Oh, that looks so good." So I had to come and share that experience or that time with you. Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right. Okay, well, let's go on to the invaluable mental health benefits that you get from group exercise. Did you know in working out with group exercise, when you work out in group, that you can get more benefits than just working out by yourself? This is fact. I mean, this is science, and I'm going to prove it to you. The protein trend in 2025, which is taking a look into the surge of the protein powdered foods, while researching our end of the year trend forecast, one trend stood out across nearly every report, and that's protein. Uh, Products throughout the supermarkets spanning the dairy, seafood, plant-based alternatives, snacks, and energy drinks are proudly highlighting their higher protein content. The variety of options has been more than expansive. So they're everywhere. People are still talking about protein, driven by the rising consumer awareness around health, wellness, and sustainability. Demand for protein rich foods are still surging. Even the different snacks that people want, all of that is just super important. Now, there's another medication that is surging, and it is the GLP-1 medication. And this is what you hear a lot when people are talking about Ozempic and other medications that people use now, and they use this for losing weight. So this is also is driven by a protein blend. Now, originally developed as treatments for type 2 diabetes, these medications have quickly gained attention for the role of promoting weight loss and regulating blood sugar. As the GLP-1 medications gain popularity, consumers are seeking dietary options that help manage hunger, stabilize blood sugar levels, and support weight loss goals. That is incredible. Still, a little bit more about the GLP. As more people turn to GLP treatments, to manage their hunger and promote satiety, there is a grouping of emphasis of consuming protein to support muscle mass and overall health. Consumers are increasingly seeking high protein foods and maintain energy levels and muscle mass without over consuming calories. So this is very, very important to know about what you're putting in your body, because I know some people are in situations where if they don't lose the weight, then they're going to suffer a heart attack or high blood pressure or more pain in the lower back or the knees or the ankles. All of those, they're on and on and on. So it's very, very important. While the dairy remains a prime source of protein, these snacks are expanding beyond cheeses and yogurts. So when you hear the wait a minute, I'm going back here a little bit, repeating some things, but I don't want to go back. I want to go ahead, go forward on here. But I know that I want to get that straight. I want to get that in your mind, because the um, uh, excessive protein, like excessive anything else, can definitely take your whole body off balance. Now I'm going to move forward, moving this way. I'm going to see how we can go. We can do it. Okay. We've all seen this happen before, when you're finding the motivation to actually make the 6 a.m. boot camp. You got there early in the morning and you pushing yourself. You didn't have enough time to shave all your whiskers off your your hair off your face, and a lot of things that you had to rush to get there and looking forward to, and you had somebody push you. Well, here there's no secret. For some reason, a lot of people, even when I had my fitness centers, I mean, pumping, it was really, I used to ask people, why don't you bring more of your family? And they would say, this is my little secret. I need to have something to myself. So if it is that situation, make sure that you go and visit places that have more people there that you can talk to and you can learn from. It's just a really wonderful thing. And some of their great behaviors rub off. Research shows that the healthy actions from others rub off on us. So if you see a person and they're still going where you stopped, that'll help keep pushing you. That's what we do in our classes, which makes a pretty good, strong argument that making your workouts communal, and it also is just one of the reasons that, or why many people say that any for more enjoyment, you have to get fit in a pack. So if you get fit in a pack, meaning that you're surrounded with people, this is very important that you do that, as opposed to just doing things by yourself. I do things nobody can't tell me. Sounds like the Jerry Springer show. Do things that will keep you very healthy and moving forward. Okay, just one more thing I want to make sure to tell you: to increase your commitment to fitness routines. Increase yourself. I mean, some people increase go a little harder. Whether it's a group fitness class at a gym or you run in a park with some friends, you do have some specific benefits that can glean from working out in a group. And that's what's really important. We want you to go out there. There's going to be things like as far as the workouts with others, it helps to improve consistency because they improve a commitment, committing to your exercise. I don't care if you go out there and you say, I'm only going to do 10. Guess what? Your depression does not occupy the exercise all at the same time. It's impossible. It doesn't happen. So you can only enjoy that moment and know that starting or getting started in exercise is definitely the hardest part of exercise, because once you're there and start moving about, when you leave, you're going to definitely feel better. All right. Okay. So again, I'll leave you with this: push yourself harder. Make sure that you push yourself harder, because when you push yourself harder, what happens is that you look at all of the people that are working out hard. They're pushing themselves to make themselves do stuff that they usually do. See that picture there? That's Billy Blanks. And that brother is one of the coolest people that I've ever met. Really, really beautiful guy. Uh, and make sure you get into these rooms where you can actually work out, and you can take like aquatics. You can work out in the water. It's just really, really beautiful. And that's it for today. The mind of nature. You are in the mind of nature, and we want you to stay in the mind of nature because we're bringing it to you every Saturday at 8 a.m.
You know, yes, great. That was great, Dr. Zarif. I have to say, I agree with group exercises. I like to exercise. You know, it's a lot more fun when you have others around you. You know, you kind of go off of everyone else's energy. You get motivated, and there may be a slight little bit of competition in that too. You know, so yeah, so I think that works great whenever there's a group of people who are pretty much in that same mindset and doing the same thing, all wanting the same results, pretty much. Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Especially the part with the little ego part. This is no ego isn't all bad, because it's good to keep you on your toes. But being egotistical, a person that's just overdoing it, and becoming arrogant or embellishing their arrogance, who needs that?
Yeah.
But the thing that is beautiful that you just said is that people do play a part. You're not going to be in a room full of people and then you just going to sit in the chair and just say, shoot, I'll sit right here and just relax until it's over. You're going to keep going. And then somebody may say your name, or somebody in the back will say, oh, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm going to keep going. And you start getting pumped up.
Yes.
And you got Michelle Franklin. Oh, she always brings some noise.
I was gonna say that's just what I was about to say because she's like
Really?
whoop whoop whoop,
Yeah.
like, hey,
She's
and that to me like gets me pumped up too.
she's the queen of the noise, boy.
Yes.
And
And
that's
I'm
the
because
good
I
thing.
throw it in there too, and I'm learning from her. Like whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
And I want to say sounds. I don't want to say. I know everybody. Most of you know understand what I said. But when you talk and you live, everybody today knows every mistake that I made. And some people is cool with them, and other people gonna write it down so they can go tell somebody. Guess what? Dr. Zarif made a mistake. He said if when he should have said if not. You know. So, don't, going, you come to these things and you enjoy yourself. We have another really wonderful Ruth. Ruth is so wonderful. She makes noise. You can't be quiet. Terry is another wonderful brother that works out and he cracks me up. He's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you got people that support us and they come in there with it. They come in there, do it. Nobody says, no, get your back up straight. Now that I might say something like that. So you don't work out the wrong way. But even then, I'm not like, you better do it like you, yes, sir, Sergeant. It's not one of those things. It's the thing that I'm glad you're there because to do any movement, you need calories and calories come from food. So we need the food to give us the fuel, and the fuel is what give us the energy. So we all are learning, we're working out, we're getting better. You can't make any wrong moves there unless you're doing something to hurt yourself. But we really are about making it better. Care?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Zuri. And again, thank you to everyone that joined us here in the Mind of Nature. We really appreciate every comment, every like. Please make sure to like this video. Actually, hit the thumbs up on the video. So, YouTube and Facebook knows that, hey, we like what's going on over here. It really helps us out a lot, and we really do appreciate it. So again, thank you all so much for joining us. Dr. Zari, back to you.
Thank you, everybody, and much love to you and your families. Prayers up. I'm Dr. Zarif, the nutritionist.